Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 5-minute time limit, and it is for the Non-Wrestlers Championship. Introducing first the challenger. He hails from 100 Acre Wood and weighs in tonight at a gargantuan 370 pounds, Winnie the Pooh. Well, Winnie the Pooh looked very impressive yesterday night against Bob the Builder. A very, very dominant and fantastic victory. And of course, Winnie the Pooh going into this match against Peter Griffin. Peter Griffin over 300 pounds, but he is the smaller man. When it comes to size and strength, Winnie the Pooh a great advantage here and could very well walk away as the new non-wrestlers champion. Introducing his opponent. He hails from Quahog, Rhode Island, weighing in tonight at 354 pounds, and he is the current reigning and defending non-wrestlers champion, Peter Griffin. Well, Peter Griffin walks into this match under very, very strange circumstances at 354 pounds. Don't think Peter Griffin has ever been under the circumstances where he is the smaller man, where he is probably the quicker and the more agile of the two athletes in the ring. But he finds himself in that circumstances now. Peter Griffin is probably going to really have to adapt his style of wrestling. Everything he normally does in the ring is strategy. He's going to have to adapt it here. Colt with a very, very large and powerful opponent. The question is, can he do it? Or will Peter Griffin fail to adapt and fall victim to the powerhouse known as Winnie the Pooh? We're about to find out here as the two men staring down in a very respectful stare off there. Look at this though, Peter Griffin going for the hand. Nice block by Winnie the Pooh going for the chop. Oh, look at this, Winnie the Pooh with a couple of knife-edge chops. Really going to work on Peter Griffin. And as I said, Peter Griffin really not used to this, but that was a nice reversal by Griffin now coming in. Nice roll up by the champion. Winnie the Pooh getting out of that very, very quickly though. Gonna have to do a lot more to secure a pin attempt here. Winnie the Pooh picks him up. Beautiful big side slam. And Winnie the Pooh exuding confidence and machismo as always, as he sends Peter Griffin into the corner. Look at this, taunting to the fans, saying one big slap, and look at that. My goodness, more powerful enough to stop a man's heart. And now really punishing Peter Griffin in the corner, who thus far, very, very early in the match, but has failed to adapt thus far to being the smaller man in the ring. Nice reversal there and an elbow by Griffin. A nice takedown by the resident of Quahog, Rhode Island, and a leg drop. This is exactly what Griffin's got to do. He's got to use his agility and speed. Nice block by Winnie the Pooh though on the left hand. And now Peter Griffin once again finds himself at the mercy of this giant athlete as he's sent for the right off the rope, and a thunderous shoulder block. That could be enough to put Griffin away. We could have a new champion right here, but Griffin, look at him, he's a fighting son of a gun, getting the shoulder up after the count of one. But Winnie the Pooh may just be too strong for him, may just be too powerful. Griffin really not impressed me in this one thus far. He looked very good against Homer Simpson last week to become the inaugural champion, but a completely different challenge here, and one that he is failing to deal with. Winnie the Pooh just dominating here. As Griffin now gets to his feet, sent into the corner. Look at that chop right to the back, and it was enough to send the big 350 pounder down to the ground. Now sending Griffin into the corner once again. Big kick. What's Winnie going for here? Tries to Irish whip him. Nice reversal by Griffin. Look at that. What agility from a 350 pounder. And now the strikes. Griffin maybe finding a bit of form here. Look at that. Using that large posterior as a battering ram. And look at this. The stink face. Well, Winnie the Pooh may be out. The aroma from that could take down an army of men, let me tell you. And now Griffin finding a little bit of confidence here, finding a little bit of his groove, a little bit of his rhythm. Not sure quite how that helps with wrestling, but nonetheless, Griffin, death press, right hand to the face of Winnie the Pooh. And now Griffin going to the top rope. I've never seen him do this before. Oh my goodness, what an elbow drop. 350 pounds right into the chest. Could have cracked some ribs, but look at Winnie the Pooh getting the shoulder up before the referee even made the count of one. Impressive stuff. Winnie now with a roll up, maybe just trying to buy some time. I don't think it's going to be enough to put Griffin away, and it certainly isn't. Griffin now back to his feet and fighting. He's never going to get him up. Oh my god, look at this power. 370 pounds crushing right into the canvas. Enough to break a ring. And now the big splash by Griffin. Could he pull the victory off here? The referee counting. Unbelievable victory. What a great champion Peter Griffin is to defy the odds and walk away victorious here. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and still the non-wrestlers champion, Peter Griffin. Well, I'm lost for words here. Well, I'm not, otherwise I wouldn't be talking, but Peter Griffin, smaller man, probably the first time in his career in that ring, but he managed to adapt his style and strategise for this match, and that's what makes him such a great champion. Congratulations on your victory, Peter Griffin. You've done us proud, son.